Aloha everybody, welcome to another episode of Token Daily. I do hope that everybody out in the world is staying safe, staying healthy, staying happy. You know, it's important to do what you can to stay happy in life, as happy as possible, given whatever situation you might be currently going through. That being said, let's get ready to do this. Cheers everybody, you know what time it is.
It's time for another motherfucking dose. Token Daily got another fucking episode. These highs, Meredith's fly. Cut me off a piece of that shit, you can buy, yeah.
So for today's episode, I gotta reload this bowl here. I only got one hit left in before I do. For today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a subject that, I mean, I've been passionate about pretty much my entire life. It's music. And I have talked about music a few times throughout the Token Daily years. Most recently, I do believe it was right when I had pre-ordered the Tool CD. The newest album had come out right around that time. And it really was that kind of sparked my current listening interests. Because I got footage of me adjusting myself. I was on a chunk of a tree here, big old piece of driftwood, and it was pretty much the perfect spot. Got me smoking again on camera. I can't not smoke in person when I'm smoking on camera when I notice it. Sometimes I admit I let it slip. Not this time. Cheers. Anyway, so yes, basically because of the Fear Inoculum album, when it was getting hyped across the internet, so many people were being introduced for the first time. So they're doing the oh shit, I'm taking another hit. So these people were being introduced to Tool for the first time, and they were doing reactions to hearing, to experiencing Tool for the first time, and just the fact that those existed became kind of a YouTube hole that I fell into watching, because I mean, when I love certain musics, I love being able to share it with other people, and I love experiencing their reactions to it, because you know, when you can share something that you love with a friend and they end up loving it, it's just this great moment in life. Because, and I've always thought this in a way, that music is another type of universal language. Because music doesn't necessarily have to have any vocals to it. It can just be sounds arranged in a way. And that really is about as universal as it gets. So I'm totally getting way off topic, off track here, but it's what happens here. It's what happens when the babbles come. So he's talking about watching reaction videos, and after watching a bunch of Tool videos, you know, it is massively suggested in the sidebar all of these other videos. A bunch of Rage Against the Machine videos are always popular with a newer generation. Oh man, and then the unfortunate incidents of the George Floyd and the resulting Black Lives Matter protests, that brought even more attention to Rage Against the Machine, to just because of the parallels of fucked up society back when they wrote the songs, and how society kind of still is the same now. It's unfortunate, but once again, watching people being able to react to this music that as a teenager was so influential on my life, on my being. I was all fucking about Rage as a kid. I remember I took a road trip finally got out of North Dakota after I'd had a job, saved up some money, got out of there, and one of the albums, one of the CDs that I bought for the road trip, because I never had the album before, I had I think it was just Rage self-titled, the one that opens with Bomb Track. I'd had that album already, but I hadn't had Evil Empire, so I bought that. That was my road trip music for a chunk of that trek. But anyways, so I was watching those reaction videos. It was just the constant exposure to new songs. I think that's what brought me around to that NF song that I did a reaction to on this channel. The Search, the song is called. A great fucking song. It's all because, like I said, of that initial hype around the Tool album, and it kind of kept going from there. So I started listening to other artists. I started listening to more people that I had never heard of before, and I came across this one video that did a cover version of a song, and the original artist was listed in the title. So I was like, well, you know, I like this cover version, so I guess I should listen to the original, so I kind of have something to compare it to. And the artist that did the original version, their name as a band is Little Mix. And holy fuck, you guys, now I've kind of always been that person that can fall in love with a song for little things. But one of the huge reasons that I can instantly fall in love with a song is the specific timbre of a voice. And that kind of happened with me when I heard Little Mix in practically all elements of their singing, in their harmonies, in just their general blend, in their individual voices. They just kind of do it for me on that musical level. They make my brain go, what is this that I'm hearing? Why do I love it so much? I don't know, but I gotta keep listening to it. I'd never heard of the band before, and they've been around for a while. They've been around since 2011, end of 2011. And they're fucking huge. Like, worldwide, they're one of the biggest groups that there is currently nowadays. I'd never heard of them, but yeah, they're huge, mostly in the UK where they're originally based, but also all throughout Europe. They're just way bigger than they are here in the United States. They never really got that promotion because of label issues and things that are just kind of a part of who they are and who they've become. They are a band that promotes positivity. That's another huge thing in my appreciation for music. It's I love songs that incorporate elements of projecting and inspiring confidence and self-worth in every way, and they do that just perfectly to the T. So again, that's just one of the reasons that I kind of fell in love with them as a group. And nowadays, I'm not afraid to admit, I've become one of those people that is absolutely, definitely 100% part of a fandom. And because of that, it's like, there's no shaming me in any way about that. A friend, in a teasing way, was like, oh, it's called like some poppy pop kind of music? And I was like, no, fuck yeah, I do. Like, yes. Another huge reason that I'm just like fully supportive and in love with them as a group is because of their exposure, and this is common among pretty much all entertainers nowadays, their exposure to us through YouTubes and such, where we can see who they are as people. And it's right there where Little Mix fucking shines. They're just great fucking people all around, which just makes me able to listen to their songs in a slightly different way, with a way of already going into it, supporting them. Oh, we got the camera set up here, about to take another hit. Cheers, everybody's. Resume talking here in a second. I have a little issue, because when you're at the beach there with that jet torch lighter, you can't really see when there is a flame. You just gotta press the button and hope there's a flame. The first time there wasn't, but the second time for the win. But anyways, yeah, so it was discovering who Little Mix were as freaking human beings. Like I said, just made me really appreciate their music even that much more. in addition to the vocals being like, holy crap, another level. So what I'm thinking is I'll be doing a lot of reaction videos probably over on the Tokinmaui channel. Still haven't really utilized that too much. I haven't made a whole lot of videos lately. My bad. But yeah, I'll probably do them over there, do them like, you know, non-smoking, so that the potential more exposure won't cause any issue with these videos here on this channel being, you know, getting strikes, and this channel being potentially rigged by YouTube. So yeah, that's about that, Chairs World. I will see you next time. Take one more hit here, voiceover fun, as I do go out